Welcome to How to Play Settlers of Catan in 6 minutes. All you'll need is a group of 3 to 4 players in the game Catan. There are different expansions that you can buy to allow you to play with more players, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to be focusing on the base game. The goal of this awesome strategy game is to be the first one to reach 10 victory points. Now, let's go learn how to set up the board. Start by connecting the borders. Make sure you connect them with their corresponding numbers. Next, place the 19 hexagon tiles at random. After that, place the tokens in alphabetical order counterclockwise while skipping the desert tile. Then, flip the number tiles over. After you have the board set up, you'll select your color. There's red, orange, white, and blue. Each color receives a building cost card, 4 cities, 5 settlements, and 15 roads. Next, separate the resource cards. There should be 19 wood, brick, sheep, wheat, and ore, 25 development cards, a largest army card, and a longest road card. To start the game, each player will roll the 2 dice. Highest number goes first, and then it will follow clockwise. Blue starts off the game by placing on the 6, 9, 10 with a settlement, and then building a road facing down. After that, red builds on the 5, 10, 8, and then also places his road facing down. White is in the 3rd position spot in this 3-player game. He builds on the 9, 10, 5, and places his road facing up. Now that each player has had the opportunity to build one settlement, it'll go in reverse order, meaning white gets to place the second settlement, and then red, and then blue will finish it out. Wherever you place your second settlement, you will receive those resources. So right here, when white builds on the 8, 4, he'll receive 1 wheat and 1 sheep. After white's second turn, red goes ahead and places on the 3, 4, 6, meaning he would receive a brick, a wheat, and a sheep. After that, blue goes on the 3, 8, meaning he would receive a brick and a wood. Something important to know when placing your settlements is that there always has to be at least 1 space in between each settlement. So if you look at the 3, 4, 5 with 2 brick and 1 wheat, nobody could place on that because red settlement is within 1 tile of it. Same thing goes for blue. If you look at the 6, 9, 12 with 2 ore and 1 wood, nobody would be able to place there because blue has a settlement 1 space away. Now if you look at the 4, 5, 11 and the 3, 6, 12, both of those spots would be able to be built on because they're at least 2 spaces away from a current settlement. Now there's 5 different ways that you can score in Catan. The first is a settlement. You already have 2 of those on the board and they're each worth 1 point. At any time during your turn, you can upgrade a settlement to a city with 2 wheat and 3 ore. Those are worth 2 points. Every time your number rolls with a city on it, you get 2 of that resource. The next way is by getting longest road. At any time you connect 5 or more of your roads in a row, you get the longest road. That's worth 2 points. But be careful, at any moment, any of your opponents could combine their roads, and if they make 6 or more roads, then they take the longest road from you. If they were to build 6 roads, you would have to build a 7th connected road to overtake theirs. Same goes for the largest army. At any point, you can buy development cards. Development cards cost 1 sheep, 1 wheat, and 1 ore. 14 out of those 25 development cards are those knight cards. The first player to play 3 knights gets the largest army. That's worth 2 points. If anyone plays a 4th knight card though before you play your 4th knight, they would take the largest army from you. The 5th and final way to score in Catan would be also from buying a development card. 5 out of these 25 development cards are free victory points that you would reveal at the end of the game. Now I've already mentioned what 19 out of the 25 development cards do, as 14 of them are knights and 5 of them are free victory points. The last 6 are also very important though. 2 of them are the Year of Plenty card. The Year of Plenty allows you to take 2 resources from the bank for free on that turn. So you could take a wood and a brick, you could take a sheep and a wheat, you could take 2 ore. It really just depends on what you need. 2 of them are the Monopoly card. Now the Monopoly card allows you to call for any resource in the game, and every player with that card has to give you all of that resource. The last 2 are road buildings. These allow you to build 2 roads for free, which can help you connect for the longest road. The general rule for development cards is you can only play 1 per turn, and you cannot play it on the same turn that you just bought it. At any time during the game, you can trade in 4 of any card that you have for 1 from the bank. This means you could trade in 4 wheat for 1 wood. If you were to build on a port on the outside of the map, you'd now be able to trade in 3 of any resource for the card that you want. Or, if you were to build on the 2 for 1 sheep port, you would be able to trade in 2 sheep for any resource that you want. Something important to remember is that you can only trade with the bank or other players during your own turn. Besides securing the largest army, the knight cards also serve another purpose. they allow you to move the robber. The robber starts the game on the desert. Let's say in this instance, white plays a knight card. White would then be able to move the robber onto the 10 sheep right next to blue's city and red's settlement. Now, anytime a 10 gets rolled, they won't get that resource until the robber gets moved. Also, he would then get to steal a card from either red or blue. Now you may notice there's no number 7 on the board, and that's for good reason. When rolling 2 dice, number 7 has the highest probability of being rolled. So now when you roll a 7, it acts the same way as a knight would. You get to move the robber and place it on somebody else's tile and steal a card from them. But be careful, if at any time a 7 rolls, anybody in the game with more than 7 cards has to discard half. Meaning if you have 8 or 9 cards in hand, you have to discard 4. If you have 10 or 11 cards in hand, you have to discard 5, and so on. Now that you understand how to play Settlers of Catan, you can go play with your friends. The next video you're going to want to watch is my tips and tricks video. After that, I'll have multiple different strategy videos posted. See you there.